Coming up, President Trump makes cuts to financial aid and students respond to the effects. Plus, protesters gathered outside of City Hall for a national protest. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Faith Rodriguez.
And I'm Riley Kickbush. Thanks for tuning in.
On March 20th, the Trump administration began dismantling the Department of Education, saying it was wasteful and polluted by liberal ideology.
Since the current administration began their cuts in the Department of Education, students are wondering if this will affect their financial aid for the 2025-2026 school year. NAZ Today's Nicole Rutherford is in the studio with more.
Thank you, Riley. Students are wondering whether or not this action will affect their financial aid and scholarships for the upcoming school year. Some students are considering other options for their future.
I'm feeling really concerned right now just because of everything that's going on with FAFSA and the dismantling of the Department of Education, and I'm not too confident if I am going to have financial aid for next semester.
President Trump says his administration will close the department in an effort to return the power of education back to families. Many are wondering if this will impact the Office of Scholarships and Financial Aid.
The dismantling of the Department of Education isn't going to necessarily get rid of the programs. These are programs backed by law, for example. It's really a question of which department is going to be handling that aid now.
Still, students say they are having trouble focusing on the current school year because they are worried about how they will pay for next year's tuition.
Our job is to stay abreast of all changes that's happening, to be aware, to be communicating with lots of other schools, with all of our associations, to stay aware of what's changing, and then to really take on that stress for students. We want them to focus on school, not what's going on with their financial aid.
With such uncertainty, many high school seniors and college students are waiting to hear back about their financial aid packages for the 2025-2026 school year.
With everything that's happening and the changes that might occur with FAFSA, I don't know how that's going to impact me, which is making it stressful because I just don't know if I'm going to have to take out more student loans or if I'm going to have to get another job.
The president cannot solely abolish a federal agency without the approval of Congress. It is uncertain whether or not Congress will carry out this order and support President Trump's agenda. Nicole Rutherford, NAZ Today.
After nearly 2 years, construction on the Lucky Lane Motel 6 is finally coming to an end. The goal of the project is to repurpose a 104-room motel into a homeless shelter for unhoused individuals. Flagstaff Shelter Services spent nearly $9 million on this property in an attempt to get as many people off the streets as possible. Flagstaff has seen several hypothermia-related deaths in the year alone, and these shelters act as a means to prevent that. No official opening date has been announced, but the site is being called the Lantern, as it will act as a guiding light to lift people out of homelessness.
The hands-off protest gathered in Flagstaff this weekend to talk about the policies of Donald Trump and Elon Musk.
Protesters feel strongly against what the Trump administration is doing, and they wanted their voices to be heard. NAZ Today's Jason Glenn II has more.
I'm Jason Glennon, and I'm here today at Flagstaff City Hall, where the community joins together to do a protest called Hands Off.
The Hands Off protest is a national protest that is against a wide range of administration policies led by President Trump and Elon Musk. Hundreds of Flagstaff residents gathered outside City Hall to show their frustration.
The current administration's actions are having a significantly detrimental effect to things that are happening in our country, things that are happening in the world. Billionaires need to get the heck out of our political system. Corporations are not people. They do not have rights.
Throughout the rally, protesters peacefully held up signs that voiced their opinions on administration policies and laws that are being placed. Many of the protesters were getting signatures on petitions and cheered each other on.
There's no way that someone with 34 felons should be able to be in office at all. This is real America, fighting for your rights, fighting for your freedom. That's America. Donald Trump's not America.
For many, this is more than just an event. It's a stand for personal freedom, equality, and justice. In every corner of the crowd, individuals have come together, united in their demand for change.
this protest particularly is awesome for Flagstaff, but it's 50 protests in 50 states for one reason, and it's mostly to fight oligarchy and to say hands off our bodies, hands off our money, hands off our stuff.
As the protest draws to a close, one thing is certain: the movement for change is not going anywhere. As protesters head home, their voices will continue to echo in the halls of government, demanding that their rights be protected and upheld. Jason Glenn, NAZ Today.
For more information on the Hands Off protest and if you want to get involved, go to handsoff2025.com.
Remember when Lowell Observatory opened its Astronomy Discovery Center last fall?
Yes, the $53 million facility is already paying off. Lowell was just named the best science museum in the country by Newsweek's 2025 Reader's Choice Awards.
That's right. Time magazine also named the observatory one of the top 100 greatest places in the world this year. Pretty cool to see a Flagstaff icon get that kind of recognition.
If you haven't been to the Astronomy Discovery Center yet, it's worth a visit. There's hands-on exhibits, immersive theater shows, and of course, those incredible telescopic views.
It's incredible that this is the same place that discovered Pluto. Now it's shooting for the stars in a whole new way. Downtown Flagstaff has a new art gallery. Meadowlark Studio opened its doors to the public last Friday. NAZ Today's Karis Hayward has the story.
Erica Soares created Meadowlark Studio as a space to create and sell art while pursuing her passion for teaching new artists.
I really want this to be a welcoming space for everyone. I want people to feel encouraged to come and explore art here, so hence the classes. But I also am really proud to just share my own artwork with the community and just kind of share my heart with everyone.
Soares says she teaches because she likes sharing the joy of art with others, since it has been comforting and meaningful to her. She also sees it as a way to communicate with the world.
It can be a way to get in touch with what it is you want to say from your heart, your emotions, and express that in a way that can't be said with words.
Ryn Firkenhoff says the gallery is an addition to Flagstaff's vibrant and supportive art community. Meadowlark now joins a group of artists that participate in the First Friday Art Walks.
So you can go up to any of the artists and they're always super nice, they're willing to have a conversation, they're willing to give you advice.
First Friday Art Walk is an exhibition put on by local artists on the first Friday of every month in historic downtown Flagstaff. Firkenhoff says it's a great way to interact with local art.
Support your local artists and your local community, especially at these times.
Meadowlark has a tentative schedule of 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. Karis Hayward, NAZ Today.
The City of Flagstaff is celebrating Water Awareness Month. Events are being hosted at various locations in Flagstaff, which focus on helping residents and community members conserve water. The Flagstaff Water Conservation Team is providing free water efficiency consultations and supplies at events throughout the month. This Friday, from noon to 4 p.m., a water efficiency makeover will be held at Buffalo Park. This event will provide free water regulation supplies for attendees. People at the event center can enter into a free raffle to win a free high-efficiency toilet.
The Filipino American Student Association and the Hawaiian Student Club recently held their 5th annual Culture Night. Students were dressed in cultural attire representing their heritage through dance. NAZ Today's Timothy Jackson reports.
This year's Pinatagpi Tagping cultural event is held on the NAU campus at the Prochnow Auditorium. Several hundred attendees filled the auditorium to watch members of 2 cultural clubs perform traditional Filipino dances.
I really think this event kind of highlights how the Philippines is this very unique nation that's been influenced by so many different cultures, ranging from Indonesia to the Chinese, even of course even now to the Spaniards in the colonial period.
Events like these help share Filipino culture to audiences and can teach students about their cultural background in a way they have never experienced.
I'm from Hawaii myself, so I've been growing up with Hawaiian culture mostly, so relearning the Filipino culture from this club has taught me a lot about an identity I haven't really embraced.
The main thing is just to learn about other cultures, even if it's not your culture. Embrace it if it's your culture. Embrace it if it's not your culture. You can learn so many things through other people, and I think that that's a really important message.
This event brought communities together in a thoughtful and meaningful way. Being able to witness the sense of community in a crowded auditorium is an experience I will not soon forget. Timothy Jackson, NAZ Today.
The Northern Arizona Book Festival starts Thursday and lasts through the weekend. The Book Fest is an annual event that takes over downtown Flagstaff. From panel talks to readings, workshops, and open mics, all book lovers will find something they enjoy. The festival will feature 46 authors, most of them from the Northern Arizona area.
Meet a puppy whose favorite toys are pine cones and leaves, and she is looking for a forever home. NAZ Today's Leilani Jose is with us in the studio with more.
Thank you, Faith. Coconino Humane Association let us meet with Halo, a friendly dog who loves playing with nature. If she happens to be in a house with a cat, she without a doubt will take the cat toys. Halo loves playing with anything and everything.
Halo is a lab shepherd mix, the kind of dog that you see on the street and will want to pet. She enjoys any kind of company.
So this is Halo. She is a 10-month-old lab shepherd mix. She loves kids, she loves old people, she likes adults, she likes everybody. She's very friendly and she gets along really well with other dogs as well.
Halo is very loving and playful. She makes every moment a memorable moment and is always ready for a new adventure.
Walks, she likes hikes, she likes being outside. She has like a really big burst of energy at first when she meets somebody, and then once she gets to know everybody, she calms down.
Her playful energy is her biggest personality trait. She is ready to find her forever home with someone who can keep up with her.
I think a best fit home for her would be a family, maybe with kids, or just an active family where she can get a lot of outside time, a lot of play time, and do a lot of activities.
While she may seem energetic, she knows how to take cues from her environment.
She's definitely got pretty high energy, but it's a moderate, she knows how to control her energy. She's ready for whatever you're ready for. You know, if she's ready, you're ready for a hike, she's definitely got the energy to do that. If you just want to cuddle and read a book, she could totally also match that vibe.
I had such a fun time meeting with Halo. She's ready to be adopted at the Coconino Humane Association and up to date on all her vaccines. You can call or visit to adopt her at 928-526-1076. Leilani Jose, NAZ Today.
Coming up, it's a unique blend, a barbershop within a coffee shop. Stay with us.
Weather, we are looking at warm temperatures and dry conditions as well as winds into the weekend. Stay tuned for more after the break.
How much difference can one vote make? Since 2023, more than 60 U.S. elections have been tied or won by just one vote. So this fall, your friend could be the tiebreaker. And that could make all the difference. People are more likely to vote when encouraged by a friend. So use your power to decide this election. Make sure you're good to vote and encourage your friends to make a voting plan at votevotevote.com.
How prepared is your family if a wildfire shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or an earthquake? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again,
Mm-hmm.
and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back. Our new segment, Around Town, gives us the chance to explore the unique aspects of Flagstaff, Arizona.
NAZ Today's Kaylee Doyle checked out a unique location downtown.
For this week's Around Town, we had the chance to check out Val's Workshop and Barbershop, surprisingly, for some coffee and drinks. Right off San Francisco Street in downtown Flagstaff sits Val's Workshop, a coffee lounge and barbershop. Opened in 2017, Val's has been serving the Flagstaff community. Barista Macy Ramirez says what makes them special is their diverse latte menu.
I'd say our lattes, like, compared to other coffee shops, we don't have, they don't have, like, as many, like, variety. Even, like, at the last coffee shop that I worked at, we didn't really have, like, drinks. So people would never know what to get with our flavors, but we have, like, for example, like the s'mores latte, the cinnamon bun, and I feel like that really helps, like, people choose what they want to get, and it just provides more options for them.
Here I am today at Val's trying their dirty chai latte. Delicious with a side of good vibes, their dirty chai was well spiced and energizing. Val's allows for a level of convenience and multitasking many college students strive for. With bang trims priced at just $10, Val's prevents lots of late-night makeovers. If you're craving a quick trim and a sweet treat, Val's is the place to be. Their website slogan is "First I do the coffee, then I do the hair." Whether you want a coffee or a beard trim, I'd recommend stopping in. Kaylee Doyle, NAZ Today.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm Carolyn Wolf, your weather forecaster for this Wednesday evening. In Flagstaff currently, we're seeing a temperature of 72 degrees with clear skies, a barometric pressure of 30.32 inches, and a relative humidity of 10%, with winds moving west at 6 miles per hour. Our current satellite shows very minimal cloud coverage in the northern area of the state. And our daily almanac shows a high of 72 degrees, way above our average of 58 degrees and approaching our record of 75 degrees set in 1989. Our low of 34 degrees, again above our average of 27 degrees, and nothing compared to our record low of 9 degrees set in 1953. We've had 0 inches of rainfall yesterday, but since January 1st, okay, our high temperatures for today, we had Phoenix with a high of 95, Sedona with a high of 82, and Prescott with a high of 81 degrees. Tonight, the sun will set at 6:55 p.m. We'll have clear skies and a forecasted low of 34 degrees. Our hourly temperatures will show 59 degrees at 8 p.m., cooling down to 47 degrees by 4 a.m., and then again, sunny skies by 8 a.m. with 58 degrees. Tomorrow, the sun will rise at 6 o'clock with sunny and clear skies and a forecasted high of 76 degrees. Tomorrow, our forecasted temperatures show Phoenix reaching record-breaking territory with a high of 99 degrees, Prescott with a high of 83 degrees, and Kingman with a high of 87 degrees, with Flagstaff reaching 75 degrees, the coolest in the state. For our Flagstaff extended, we're seeing highs of 72 and then cooling off to Monday with a high of 68 because of those clouds on Saturday and Sunday, with overnight lows of 30 and 40 degrees. That's all I have for you. Stay tuned for our Sports Bump with Reese Clark.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Welcome back. My name is Reese Clark, and I'll be your sports reporter for the night. The search for a new women's basketball head coach has come to an end. Earlier today, NAU's athletic department held a press conference and introduced new head coach Laura Dinkins. Yuri Farkas, the interim athletic director, described what stood out about Dinkins during the hiring process.
And as we went through a remarkable pool of candidates, Coach Dinkins kept rising to the top each time in each segment. So by the end, she made it easy for us. She's such a wonderful coach, great person, and her being a Lumberjack legend certainly helped.
Dinkins is an NAU alum and was a member of the women's basketball team from 2003 to 2008. She was even named the Big Sky Defensive Player of the Year in the 2006-2007 season. Dinkins spent the past 2 years as the associate head coach at Grand Canyon University and describes her excitement to be back in Flagstaff.
This is an incredible opportunity. I'm glad to be here. Again, the support of the community. I see so many familiar faces out there. And you made this place special. They always say the people make the place, and that is truly the case here in Flagstaff. From the boosters to the alumni, they really rallied around me as a player and made this place truly, truly special. And for that, I'm extremely thankful, and I just look forward to hitting the ground running.
Throughout the press conference, Dinkins reflected on her time as a player. She mentions that she wants to take this new team and focus on all aspects of the game, especially defense. I look forward to following NAU women's basketball and all the changes to come. Now, college basketball has officially wrapped up. The Women's National Championship was held on Sunday, where UConn and South Carolina faced off. South Carolina went into the matchup looking for their second consecutive national title. The first quarter gave hopes of a competitive game. However, UConn's Paige Beckers, Azzi Fudd, and Sarah Strong proved to be too aggressive for the Gamecocks. The Huskies won 82-59 and were named national champions. The men wrapped up their tournament Monday night. Houston and Florida tipped off in San Antonio, Texas. Houston was dominant in the early second half, but the Gators were not counting themselves out. They responded to Houston with a 12-3 run, cutting their deficit to just 3 points. Within the last 2 minutes, Houston gave up 5 turnovers and Florida capitalized. The Gators won 65-63 and made history with their school's first national championship since 2007. Congratulations to both UConn and Florida on being national champions. That's all the sports I have for you tonight. Stay tuned for your weather recap with Carolyn Wolf after the break.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Meet the scan. A simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
For your final look at Flagstaff weather, we have highs in the 70s and 60s with clouds on Saturday and Sunday and overnight lows of 40 and 30 degrees. And then with Monday clearing back up to those sunny skies with a high of 68 degrees. Now that it's finally getting warmer, flowers are now in bloom and I love it.
Did you know Viola's Flower Garden is hosting their annual Pansy Party Saturday from noon to 3 p.m. It is a free event full of food, fun, and pansies.
That sounds fun. I've never heard of it, but I guess I should make my way out there this weekend and see all the lovely flower selections.
I have been waiting for the warmer weather, and I can't wait to see all of the flowers this season. Now that is all that we have time for tonight. Make sure you stay tuned on our socials, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night.